Most barndominium builders spend months obsessing over floor plans, metal roofing, and interior finishes. And then they lose everything because of a single wall they never thought twice about. Moisture gets in, mold sets in, and a build that should have lasted 100 years starts rotting from the outside in. The zip system is the one step that stops all of that. And in 2026, if you are building a barndominium or any new construction without it, you are gambling with one of the biggest investments of your life. In this video, I am breaking down exactly what the zip system is, how it works, what it costs, how to install it the right way, and the mistakes that will make the whole thing fail even after you paid for it. Stay with me through this entire video, because near the end I am going to show you the one installation mistake that almost every crew makes, that no one talks about, and it silently slashes your building's structural integrity before a single piece of siding ever goes on. If you are new here and you are building a barndominium or planning a new build, hit that subscribe button right now. We cover the real stuff, the stuff that actually protects your investment. Let us get into it. What is the zip system and why does it exist? Before the zip system came along, building a weather-tight wall was a 2- or 3-step process. You framed your walls, you nailed up your OSB or plywood sheathing, and then you had a whole separate crew come back and wrap the entire structure in house wrap, usually Tyvek or something similar. That house wrap was your water-resistive barrier. It was what kept bulk water and wind-driven rain from getting into your wall cavity and rotting everything out from the inside. The problem was this: house wrap is a plastic sheet stapled to the outside of your building. It can tear. It can blow off in high winds during construction before the siding goes on. The seams and penetrations have to be meticulously taped, and if your crew is moving fast, which they always are, those seams get sloppy. And once water gets behind that wrap and sits in your wall cavity, you have a serious problem. Huber Engineered Woods looked at that whole mess and created the zip system in response. What they did was simple but brilliant. They took a structural OSB panel, the same kind of panel you would use for wall sheathing, and they factory applied a water-resistive barrier directly to the face of it. The green or gray coating you see on zip panels is not paint. It is a resin-impregnated barrier that is built into the panel itself. It meets water-resistive barrier code requirements, without any house wrap at all. So now, instead of sheathing your walls and then wrapping them, you just sheathe your walls and tape the seams with zip system tape. 2 steps become 1. And the result is a tighter, more consistent building envelope than house wrap can typically achieve. For barndominium builders specifically, this matters a lot. A barndo is usually a larger footprint than a traditional home. More wall area means more opportunity for moisture to find a way in. The zip system simplifies the process and removes the weakest link, which is that separate house wrap layer. Now that you understand what the zip system is, you probably want to know what it actually costs compared to traditional sheathing, and whether the premium price is actually worth it. Those numbers are coming up next, and they might surprise you. The real cost breakdown. In 2026, let us talk money, because that is what most of you actually need to know. The zip system is not the cheapest option on the shelf. A standard zip panel runs roughly $28 to $38 per sheet in 2026, depending on your market and supplier. Zip system tape adds to that cost. For a typical barndominium build, you are looking at roughly $3,300 or more in zip panels, plus another $450 in tape, landing you somewhere in the $3,750 to $4,500 range in total materials for the sheathing and sealing system, depending on your footprint and local pricing. Now compare that to the traditional approach. Regular half-inch OSB runs $10 to $25 per sheet. For a similar barndo structure, total OSB material costs land around $1,400. But then you have to add house wrap on top of that. House wrap for a full barndominium structure typically runs around $800 in material, plus another $800 in tape and fasteners. That brings your traditional sheathing plus house wrap total to roughly $2,200 to $2,400. So the honest comparison is this. Zip system costs you roughly $1,500 to $2,000 more in materials than the OSB plus house wrap combination, depending on current panel pricing in your area. That sounds like the traditional method wins on cost. But here is where the math gets interesting. The zip system eliminates an entire labor phase. With traditional methods, after your framing crew is done sheathing, you need another pass around the entire building to install and properly tape the house wrap. On a larger barndo build, that is real labor hours. Depending on your crew rates and build size, That labor savings frequently closes the material gap and sometimes swings the total cost in favor of zip. There is also the zip system R-sheathing version to consider. This is the panel that has a layer of polyisocyanurate rigid foam insulation laminated to the back side. It comes in R3, R6, R9, and R12 configurations. For 2026 Energy Code compliance, especially in climates with real winters, the R-sheathing version gives you a continuous thermal break across your studs that regular sheathing cannot provide. That thermal bridging through wood studs is a real energy loss that adds up on utility bills year after year. The R-sheathing panels cost more than standard zip panels, but they also eliminate the need for a separate layer of exterior rigid foam insulation, which many high-performance barndo builders were already adding anyway. Bottom line on cost, if you are comparing zip system to bare minimum OSB and basic house wrap with no additional insulation, zip costs more upfront. If you are comparing it to a properly detailed high-performance wall assembly, it is competitive and often simpler to execute. You know what it costs, but knowing the cost means nothing if you do not know how to install it correctly. Coming up, I am walking you through the full installation process step by step, and I am going to flag the specific steps where crews consistently get it wrong. How to install zip system. The right way installation of the zip system is not complicated, but it is detail-oriented. Every shortcut has a consequence, and the consequences are not visible until it is too late. Here is the full process done correctly. Step 1 is panel installation. Your zip panels go up the same way standard OSB sheathing does. You nail them to your wall framing with appropriate fasteners. The manufacturer requires fasteners that penetrate your studs by at least 1 inch for non-shear wall applications, and 1.5 inches for shear wall applications. If you are running a nail gun, nail head depth matters here, and I am going to come back to exactly why in the cons section, because it is important enough to deserve its own spotlight. For now, install a flush mount collar on your nail gun and set your pressure correctly before you start. Leave a 1/8 inch gap between panels at vertical seams to allow for expansion. At T-joints, your seam tape pieces need to overlap by at least 1 inch. Step 2 is window and door rough openings. Before you tape any seams, flash your window and door opening. Zip system tape goes on the sill of the rough opening first, lapping into the opening and up onto the face of the panels. The sides of the opening get taped next, then the head. This sequence matters because it creates a shingle effect that directs any water that gets past the window outward and down, not into the framing. Step 3 is seam taping. This is where the system really lives or dies. Zip system tape is a 3¼ inch wide, stretch-formable tape with an aggressive acrylic adhesive. You press it over every panel seam, every joint, and every penetration. The tape has to be rolled, not just pressed by hand. Huber makes a J-roller specifically for this. You run that roller down the entire length of every piece of tape to fully activate the adhesive bond. The acrylic adhesive in zip tape is pressure activated, meaning hand pressure alone is not enough to create a full bond. Skipping the roller, or rushing through it, leaves the adhesive partially unactivated, which means your seam is not performing anywhere near what it should. Skipping the roller also leaves wrinkles in the tape, which the industry calls fish mouths. Technically, Huber's installation manual notes that wrinkles are acceptable unless they create a direct continuous leak path to the panel seam. But in practice, any wrinkle is a weak point you do not need. If you see a wrinkle after you apply the tape, roll it out. If it will not roll flat, remove that section and apply a new piece overlapping the existing tape by 3 inches. The few minutes this takes on the job site is nothing compared to a moisture callback 6 months later. Step 4 is penetrations. Every pipe, wire, and HVAC penetration through your zip sheathing needs to be sealed with zip system tape or an approved flashing detail. This is non-negotiable. Unsealed penetrations are where most moisture failures actually occur because they are small and easy to overlook. Every hole gets sealed before siding goes on. Step 5 is protection. Once your panels are up and taped, the zip system gives you a 180-day exposure window before siding has to be installed. That is 6 months of weather protection without siding. But do not abuse that window. If your tape gets damaged during construction, inspect and repair it before you close up the walls. There is one specific installation mistake that even experienced crews make that silently compromises your Barndominium's structural integrity from the inside out, and most inspectors will never catch it once the siding goes on. That is coming right after the pros. The honest pros. Let us talk about what the zip system genuinely does well, because when it works very well. First, speed. Because you are combining your structural sheathing and your water-resistive barrier into one product and one installation step, your framing crew can sheathe, tape, and move on. You are not waiting for a second crew to come back and wrap the building. On larger barndominiums, this schedule compression is real money. Second, consistency. A factory-applied barrier on every panel is going to be more consistent than a house wrap installed by a crew rolling out plastic sheeting in the wind. The green coating on every zip panel is the same. There is no variation in how well it was applied, because it was done in a controlled factory environment. The only variable is your tape job, and that is controllable. Third, structural strength. Zip panels carry the same shear values as structural 1-rated OSB. You are not sacrificing any structural performance for the integrated barrier. For barndominiums in high wind zones or areas that require specific shear wall designs, zip meets the same engineering requirements as standard structural sheathing when installed correctly. Fourth, wind resistance during construction. Traditional house wrap can billow, flap, and tear before siding is installed. Anyone who has watched Tyvek get shredded by construction site wind knows exactly what that looks like. Zip panels are rigid. The barrier is not going anywhere in the wind. Your building envelope stays intact throughout the construction process. Fifth, air sealing performance. When taped correctly, the zip system creates a very tight air barrier. Air infiltration is one of the biggest drivers of energy loss in any building, and a properly detailed zip system installation performs significantly better than house wrap when it comes to stopping air movement through the wall assembly. Sixth, the R-sheathing option. For barndominium builders who want a high-performance thermal envelope without adding exterior foam board as a separate step, Zip R-sheathing is a single-panel solution that gives you your structural sheathing, your water-resistive barrier, and your continuous exterior insulation all in one product. That is a genuinely efficient solution. Every pro has a flip side. Coming up, I am going to tell you exactly where the Zip system can let you down, including that installation mistake I have been building toward, and whether any of those cons are deal breakers for a barndominium build. The honest cons. No product is perfect, and the Zip system has real limitations you need to know before you commit. First, the cost. We already covered this, but it bears repeating. The material premium is real. On a tight budget barndo, $1,500 to $2,000 extra dollars in sheathing materials matters. If your crew is experienced with house wrap and they detail it properly, a well-installed house wrap system can perform well. The Zip system is not the only way to build a good wall. It is one way. Second, here is the mistake I have been building toward, and this one is going to surprise you. Most people assume that overdriven nails on a zip panel are a moisture problem. They imagine water sneaking in through each nail head. But here is what Huber's own technical documentation actually says. Overdriven fasteners do not affect the Zip system's moisture resistance and do not void the warranty. Panels with overdriven nails pass the exact same ASTM water penetration testing as panels with flush nails. Huber does not require tape or liquid flash over overdriven nails unless the fastener punches entirely through the panel, leaving an open hole. So the danger is not water. The danger is structural. When a framing crew runs a nail gun that is out of adjustment and drives fasteners too deep, those overdriven nails rip through the structural wood fibers in the OSB. And according to engineering data, that can reduce the shear capacity of your wall assembly by up to 25%. On a barndominium in a high wind zone or a region with serious weather load requirements, a 25% reduction in shear capacity is not a minor issue. That is a wall that is not performing the structural role it was engineered to perform. And no inspector can see it once your siding is on. The fix is exactly the same. Flush mount collar on the nail gun, pressure set correctly, and spot check your panel surface as you go. But the reason it matters is not moisture, it is structure. Third, repair complexity. If a zip panel gets damaged after installation, the repair is more involved than patching house wrap. You are dealing with a structural panel. In most cases, damage means replacing the affected panel or executing a detailed flashing repair. House wrap damage is usually a piece of tape or a patch. Zip panel damage is a bigger deal. Fourth, high humidity climates need careful consideration. Zip panels have lower vapor permeability than some house wraps. In very hot and humid climates like the Deep South, that lower permeability means your walls dry out more slowly if moisture does get in. And here is a specific combination to watch out for. If you are using closed-cell spray foam inside the wall cavity and zip system on the outside, you have essentially created a double vapor barrier. Moisture that finds its way into that wall assembly has nowhere to go. That wall assembly needs to be designed by someone who understands building science in your specific climate region before you commit to it. Fifth, the R-sheathing version has fastener complications. The zip R-sheathing in the R9 and R12 versions, which use 1.5 to 2 inches of foam, requires longer nails than most standard nail guns carry. Here is the exact math. 7/16 of an inch for the OSB layer, plus 2 inches of foam, plus 1.5 inches of required stud embedment, equals just under 4 inches of total fastener length. That means 4-inch nails with a minimum 0.131-inch diameter. Many crews show up to an R12 zip job with the wrong nail gun setup, install the panels with inadequate fasteners, and neither the inspector nor the engineer has any way to verify it once the siding is on. If you are using R9 or R12 zip R-sheathing, confirm your fastener specs with your contractor before a single panel goes up. Is zip system right for your Barndominium build? Here is how to think about this decision honestly. If you are building a Barndominium in a cold or mixed climate, you value a tight energy envelope, and your framing crew has experience with the zip system or is willing to take the time to detail it correctly, the zip system is an excellent choice. The combination of structural sheathing, integrated water barrier, and available R-sheathing versions gives you a clean, single-product wall assembly that performs well when installed right. If you are building in a very hot and humid climate, talk to a local building professional about your full wall assembly before you commit. The vapor dynamics in a hot, humid environment are different, and the interaction between zip's lower permeability and interior spray foam needs careful thought before you lock in your assembly. If you are on a genuinely tight budget, and your crew has real experience with traditional OSB plus house wrap methods, a well-detailed traditional wall assembly can perform well. The zip system is a premium product. It is worth the premium when installed correctly. It is not magic when installed sloppily. For most Barndominium and new build projects in 2026, the zip system lands in the category of a smart investment. The labor savings are real. The performance benefits are real. The 180-day exposure window is genuinely useful on builds that take time to reach siding stage. And the integrated nature of the product removes the most common failure point in traditional wall assemblies, which is that separate house wrap layer. Here is the bottom line. A Barndominium build is a serious investment. You are spending anywhere from $150,000 to $400,000 or more, depending on your size and finish level. The wall enclosure, including your sheathing and weather barrier, is what stands between that investment and moisture damage, structural compromise, and energy loss for the life of the structure. The zip system is not the only way to build a good wall, but in 2026, it is one of the most reliable ways to get a consistent, high-performance building envelope, especially on larger footprints like Barndominiums, where there is more wall area, more seams, more potential failure points, and more exposure to wind and weather loads. If you are building, get your contractor talking about wall assemblies before you finalize your budget. Ask specifically whether they have experience with zip system installation, whether they detail their seams with a roller, and whether their nail gun is calibrated for flush fastener depth. Those 3 questions will tell you a lot about how seriously they take the building envelope. If this video helped you, share it with someone who is building, and check out our other videos on Barndominium cost breakdowns and alternative building systems right here on the channel. We will see you in the next one.